Hello everyone, Joe here with Midwest Military Equipment and welcome back to our channel. I'm super excited to show you guys around this amazing BAE Systems vehicle today. This particular truck, we've done a ton of different customization on, and it is a one of one. You will not find another truck like this. Today we're going to get you up in the cab of this BAE truck, get you driving around in it, and show you all the different features of this amazing armored vehicle. So starting off in the front of this vehicle, as I said earlier, we'll just go over the main specs of the truck itself. So the truck was actually manufactured in 2002 by BAE Systems. This was a prototype vehicle at the plant in Sealy, Texas. Originally, it was mounted with a communication box on the back whenever we acquired it. So we went ahead and removed that communication box just because it was a very small, short box, and we didn't really think there was a lot of civilian sector opportunity for the vehicle and applications that really made sense with that small box. So we'll get back to the back of the truck here in a minute, but overall here at the front of the truck, as you can see, this truck's looks like a lot of different military vehicles. So we've got a Caiman MRAP hood, we've got a LVS, an LTAS style cab, and then we've got our custom bed that we built on the back. We've done a lot of different accessorizing going through this truck and just customizing it to what we see would make it an awesome promotional vehicle or just amazing piece to add to somebody's military vehicle collection. So the drivetrain itself is a factory Stewart & Stevenson M1078 A1 drivetrain with a higher horsepower tune in the ECM. So this is a 3126 cat turbo diesel engine, Allison MD3070 automatic transmission. That is a 7-speed automatic transmission. RF611 axles. So these are the standard military axles that you'll see in all the MRAP Category 1s and the FMTV family of vehicles. We've gone ahead and installed a set of Michelin 1600 R20s on this vehicle. The truck had plenty of tire clearance, and we were like, man, 53s look great on all these trucks. We've done it on some LMTVs in the past, but you've got to cut and modify a lot of things. On this thing, we literally just bolted them up, put them on. The truck does currently have operating CTIS. The CTIS system is working as of right now. However, if you watched any of our other videos, I talked a lot about CTIS. I'm not going to get into all the details. They are a hit or miss system, but however, we've got all brand new wheel valves, valve stems, sandblasted and painted wheels, 90% tread, Michelin XZLs. On the front of the truck, as you can see, all brand new truck light LED lighting all the way around. And in the middle of the truck, it's got a Warren 18,000 pound electric winch. This winch comes with a corded remote, very, very robust, really nice setup, and it looks really clean, adds a really nice feature to the front of the vehicle itself. Walking towards the cabin area of the truck itself, as I said earlier, this is very similar to a lot of the LTAS cabs that you'll see out there. So this is a ballistic cab. It has 2.5-inch thick ballistic windows. All of the windows are brand new windows. They actually have a slight tint on them. The original windows that came in this truck had a little bit of oxidation in them, and it's just, you know, for a truck that was built quite a few years ago, the ballistic glass, they have delamination effect that happens between the multi-layers of glass in order to create that ballistic level. So we went ahead and had new windows made, which is not a cheap thing to do on these trucks, and reinstalled them here with all new gaskets. The hull itself is a 1/4-inch thick exterior armor. Then you have the 1/4-inch thick main armor, and then in the inside of the door panel itself, there's actually Kevlar paneling on the inside of the door panel itself. So you've got a combined over a 1/2-inch thick of armor and then 2.5-inch thick ballistic glass. Interior looks very similar to a lot of the standard Stewart & Stevenson vehicles. However, what's really neat about this is it has an electronic turret system. So that's an automated turret system where you can spin the turret around. You don't have to manually force it around. Very similar to what's in all of the newer MRAP and Caiman type vehicles. It's got really awesome 5-point harnesses for all the seats, including the gunner's seat. They're a really nice side bolstered seat, work very, very well. When you drive this truck, you don't move in the seat, which is a really nice feature. Factory air conditioning as well as heat, which works extremely well because now that we've painted this truck black, definitely gets a little bit warm on the inside of the vehicle itself. Walking towards the rear of the truck, one thing I wanted to add, you'll probably ask what those are aluminum pieces up there. We added dual flag holders on it. Just a really cool touch. You'll see some shots of the truck running with 2 American flags on it. It's just like, why not? How could we not do that to this truck? So going on to the bed. So as I said earlier, this vehicle originally had a communications box on the back of it. The communications box was very, very small, similar to like an S250 shelter that's found on a Humvee vehicle. It just didn't match the truck well. So what we did is we took a M105 A3 trailer bed and just completely cut it apart and changed it up. So we widened the fenders on it to match more to the profile of the tires, built custom mounts for it, added additional LED reverse lights up above in the bed. So you've got the standard LED reverse light that came factory on the truck, then 2 additional LED reverse lights higher, another set of tail lights. So it's got tons of LED lights on this truck. We added a custom stair platform. So this was a stair platform originally off of an MRAP Caiman. We went ahead and adapted it over to this truck just for getting in and out of the back of the bed. Very, very easy. I could see this truck being an absolutely amazing promotional vehicle, and that was really our whole intention whenever we set this up. You can take to parades, do different promotions for your marketing, for your business, or just have a really awesome military truck to cruise around in. So I'll go ahead and open up the tailgate. So you've got 2 pull handles there, and then it's got complete aluminum troop seats. So we built these troop seats and the side panels completely from scratch. They're fully out of aluminum. They're powder coated in a textured black powder coat finish. The whole inside of the bed of this trailer, original trailer bed, but now truck bed, is all bed lined. You've got tie downs in the floor, which is a very nice feature to be able to tie things down. And then these actually fold up and out of the way. So they're a little heavy. They've got stiff legs there, but you can see, fold them up. So you've got, utilize that whole 9-foot bed, or you're able to fold them down. And that's pretty well it covering the bed of this truck. Go ahead and shut the tailgate here. This platform, I want to note, is also removable. It's got 2 pins, so if you wanted to take this off and just have it as a pickup truck where you didn't want to have something hanging out past the rear of the vehicle, you're able to do that. There is a small ladder integrated into the tailgate, so when that platform's removed, you're able to go ahead and still get up and in and out of the bed very easily with these massive 53-inch tall tires on this truck. Standard FMTV fuel tank over here on the passenger side, and then I'll go ahead and open up the passenger side door just so you can see that crazy thick armor and absolutely stunning interior for the age of the vehicle. This thing is super clean on the inside. So I'll go ahead and jump up in the driver's side. We'll take this 2002 BAE Stewart & Stevenson MRAP for a ride. All right, so now that we're up into the cab of this vehicle, we're gonna go ahead and walk you through the start procedure. As you can tell, the instrument panel here is very similar to any other FMTV family of vehicles. This particular instrument panel is the same as any 99 to 2004 Stewart & Stevenson truck. All the switches are the same. It does have an upgraded push button light switch, and then we've got our center console here with the heat and air conditioning integrated into it, which is a very, very nice feature. A really cool feature on this truck that they did on all their armored trucks was a tilt steering wheel. So the original FMTVs, soft skin trucks, you know, have a tilt wheel, but it only tilts a little bit. This thing really tilts. It's really, really nice. Getting in and out of the truck just makes it a lot easier to operate the vehicle overall. So I'm gonna go ahead and tilt the wheel down just a little bit here so you guys can see the start button. So standard green start button down, hit the red button to fire it up. Got the AC on, just heard the compressor kick on. Feels really, really nice. So the way that this turret operates, you've got your gunner sling here and then a control stick where you're able to spin the turret around electronically. This is the upgraded heavy turret. So this turret is designed to handle M2 HPs, M134 miniguns, and even the type of semi-automatic grenade launchers. The military wanted this larger turret assembly from the other style to be able to add the automated electric motor to it. And then it's just a much more robust system the way the gear drive is set up on rotating the turret. So you've got quick pull handles here to open the hatch. You can open the hatch up, which the hatch makes for a really nice sunroof in this truck. If you're just out cruising it as well, don't really have to worry about the turret aspect, but having the sunroof is a very, very nice feature. So we go ahead and throw the truck in, release the parking brake and throw the truck in drive. It's amazing with these 53-inch tall tires. You know, originally RF611 axles on an FMTV vehicle would only get you a top speed of about 58 miles an hour. This truck will cruise 65 miles an hour with these larger tires. And as well, if you wanted to, we could go ahead and install eco hubs or even our highway gears in it, which would even get you a greater top speed. I probably wouldn't recommend that because the truck runs very, very good, but the axles are the same. You know, a lot of questions that we get when we have unique vehicles like this is parts availability. Where am I going to get parts after I buy the truck? Well, the answer is Midwest Military Equipment or anybody like that. You know, all of the drivetrain components are off-the-shelf FMTV components. All of the interior components are off-the-shelf FMTV components. Door handles are MRAP door handles, which there's a ton of those out there on the surplus market. So as long as you're not needing windshields or anything like that, there's not going to be really any extended lead times in order to get components for this. Which is really, really nice, you know, peace of mind when you go to buy a unique military vehicle. Biggest thing and the biggest question we get asked the most is parts. So with this BAE Systems truck, parts are really not a problem. You know, when you said, hey, I put a hole in the door, I need a door assembly, that's going to be a little bit more unique to be able to find. But your typical off-the-shelf consumable parts, air filter, belts, AC compressor, EVAP unit, we stock all of that stuff for this vehicle, as well as all the parts to support any FMTV style family of vehicles. So as you can see, this thing absolutely rips. We got up 30 miles an hour and was that 2 seconds? Which for a 30,000 pound truck, I'm gonna shut the exhaust brake off. We don't need to slow it down that bad. This does have a built-in pack brake exhaust brake, which is a very, very nice feature. Wipers, that was one thing that we originally, being that this was a prototype vehicle, did not have windshield wipers on it. So we actually made custom motor mounts and custom wiper arms and blades and be able to fit it. But if you look at this thing, we're in a standard size cul-de-sac, and I just whipped a UE in it, probably about 10 feet short of what I should. So the short wheelbase in this thing makes maneuverability and drivability absolutely insane for how big of a truck it is. You know, we're sitting at roughly top of cab on this unit. It's almost 11 foot with the 53-inch tires. So it's an absolute beast to see coming down the road. So this truck, a very unique, rare piece. We've got a few other custom military armored trucks. We were able to actually acquire a collection of about 7 different armored vehicles. This is a one of one, so there's not going to be another one available on the market that's identical to this unit. There's a couple different variants of trucks that look similar, but this truck is an absolute dream to drive and a really unique, rare opportunity to own. So be sure to check out the full listing on our website, MidwestMilitaryEquipment.com. And as always, stay up to date on our inventory. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. All of our new inventory, we try to go ahead and post what's coming soon on our stories, as well as coming soon on our website. So we appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today's video today. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you again for watching.